Katy Perry and
I
like
don't,
Gayle King and
I don't keep up with that kind of stuff.
and Jeff Bezos' wife. They all went into space.
Yeah, no, I didn't even know that they already did that.
Yeah.
I knew that they were planning. When did they go?
Recent, maybe Saturday.
Oh my God. Okay, so
like
yeah.
last Saturday.
Yeah, so maybe that's why
And
I
Katy
don't know.
Perry was just floating in front of the camera with a daisy.
No way.
Yeah, dude. And then they came down. They were up there for 11 minutes. Mm-hmm. They came down. They weren't supposed to be able to open the door from the inside. Somebody opened the door from the inside, immediately closed it, and then Bezos walked up to the door with like a big key, unlocked it, and let him out. And then Katy Perry came out and like kissed the ground and was like, oh my God, I just feel so connected.
Oh my God.
Dude.
No way.
Swear.
Oh God, that's freaking crazy. I don't know. Would you ever go to space?
I would like to say I would, but I probably wouldn't. I don't even like flying. I don't even like flying. I've flown twice.
And you, like, what about it do you not like?
I don't like the takeoff. Like, once you're up there, it's like, fine.
Yeah.
It's whatever. But, like, taking off, like, it was like, I feel horrible.
Interesting. I flew one time in my life. That's it.
Is that Vegas?
And that was to Vegas.
Yeah.
And
That's
so
a quick flight, though.
but it was recent, right? So
Yeah.
that was my first flight. And so yeah, I went to Vegas, and no, I don't know. I already figured I wouldn't be scared of flying. I figured it wouldn't bother me, and it didn't. I don't even feel like and the crazy part is I flew Spirit, which like everybody's
Dude,
like, hey, you fly Spirit?
that
Oh
was
my
my
God,
second
it's so
flight
scary.
ever.
Yeah, no, I feel like I didn't really, I don't know. I don't remember feeling any type of like anxiety or like anything. So
Spirit wasn't all that bad for me either, but like the horror stories are pretty crazy.
yes, I actually had a really good experience from like beginning to end, because we got there, and first of all, we were able to skip the entire line and all kinds of crazy stuff, and like literally the process was so easy and fast. And I think I don't know, I guess I wasn't expecting it to be so easy, because like the movies and like what people tell you, it seems so stressful. But I think what kind of made it super simple is that we get there, and I thought Nicholas was going to lead the way. Like, he's been on a flight before. He knows what to do. No, this man didn't know shit either. So
Airports are just, they're fucking, that's a birthplace for anxiety.
yeah, he didn't know shit either. So at this point, I'm the number one person to be like, okay, I'm going to ask a question. She's so cute.
Dude, yeah.
Or he, I don't know. I guess I shouldn't assume. But yeah, I'm the number one person to ask questions. So I ask, and of course they just put us in a line that I guess was for like customer support. But when you're in that line, they go ahead and do everything else too.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know, getting our luggage checked in was super easy. And then going through, what is it, TSA? That was easy too. So
First flight ever was, I went with my grandma to Germany. We had a layover in Switzerland. And I don't really remember that flight that much, other than it was fucking long as shit.
yeah, how long is that?
It's probably bullshit numbers, but we left from here, laid over in Switzerland, which I think was like, I don't know, 7 or 8 hours. And then we were there for like a hot minute, dude. We were there long enough to like go outside, and it was snowing like crazy. And then from there, we hopped on another plane to Germany, which I think was like an hour.
Oh yeah,
Maybe an hour or two.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, I will say I was uncomfortable in the sense of like there's not a lot of space, and I'm small. So I can't imagine like anyone bigger than me wanting to fly because
They make you buy 2 seats now.
yeah,
If you're like big.
yeah, that's crazy.
But I mean, it makes sense.
It makes sense.
Imagine having to be that person. That's
But
like,
yeah, but also it's kind of just like make bigger seats,
sure, be accommodating, yeah.
you know? I mean, but at the same time,
Also, don't pick the middle seat.
right. But then I also feel like some people would say, okay, well, now you're like kind of enabling people that don't want to I guess, like, be healthy,
Sure.
you know? But then it's like, I don't know. It's a sticky situation.
It's getting sticky, dude.
Yeah, getting sticky. Hi, guys. This is the Triss Effect. I have Christian over here. Say what's up.
What's up?
And we are going to jump in to a good amount of different stories. He found a story that I think y'all will love.
I already forgot about it.
Yeah, he cackled at just the name. So we'll see. Unfortunately, he already told me the name. I kind of already forgot what it was, though, so that's good. And yeah, just stay tuned. Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on the alerts to my channel because you bitches are fake and we'll forget. So every Tuesday, we got a new episode. Let's jump in.
Let's do it.
This one is coming from Am I Overreacting? And the title is Am I Overreacting to Finding Out My Boyfriend's Sister Wasn't His Sister? Okay. As of today, I am very upset. What?
Go on.
As of today, I am very upset and rethinking my entire 3-year relationship. But a part of me is also wondering if the situation wasn't that serious. So Reddit, I'll let you be the judge of that. You've given good advice before. Trust you'll do it again. For the entire 3 years, my boyfriend, whom we'll call Dustin, has had this sister who we'll call Kay. Dustin and Kay have always been close. Kay always comes over here and hangs out with Dustin, not me. In fact, I'm convinced she hates me, but more on that in a moment. Anyways, Kay and Dustin always go over to each other's houses, go to dinner, and once even went on vacation without me. Every single time Kay is around, she acts like I don't exist. I talk to her, she ignores me. She and Dustin hang out, I'm quite literally a third wheel. Now, I never complained because I always thought, it's his sister, family comes first. Dustin, at one point, even canceled our date plans to go bowling with Kay. Yes, without me. I decided to visit the old neighbor lady whom I help with yard work, and I'm telling her about Kay. Mind you, this lady lives in this town, or has lived in this town since she was born. She knows everybody. Usually I didn't confide in her about my life, but today was a bad day, and I needed somebody. I tell her about Kay, and as I'm describing her, the lady cuts me off and says, that's not his sister. She said that Kay is her coworker's daughter, and she has no siblings. She has met
The
Kay.
neighbor's coworker?
She said that Kay is her coworker's daughter. Yeah. So, no, the neighbor's coworker's daughter.
Okay.
Yes. So she has no siblings. She has met Kay several times and is very close friends with the coworker. Dustin came home to his bags packed at the door. I kicked him out and told him we were done. Dustin went on and on about how Kay is his best friend. He just didn't want to lose her. All this and that and the third. The thing is, Kay and Dustin really did seem like brother and sister type. Aside from spending almost every day together, I never thought that anything romantic or sexual was happening between them. But I still found it very unacceptable. Now I am slammed with Dustin and his family saying I am way overreacting, need to talk it out, etc. So Reddit, what do you think? Am I overreacting? Also, I forgot to add, Dustin's parents are dead. He rarely speaks to the rest of the family. He says, yet now they are coming after me, so I'm wondering if that also was a lie. What? Dustin's parents are dead, and he rarely speaks to the rest of the family. He says, yet now they are coming after me. I don't know. So I'm wondering if that was a lie also. Whatever. So basically her question is she overreacting?
Hell no, dude. They were together 3 years. Yeah, this is my sister. She's my sister.
Yeah.
3 years, dude. And then you're like, nah, actually, I'm sorry. It's my best friend. We just hang out all the time. I cancel dates with you because, like, I just want to hang out with my sister. Just kidding.
Just kidding.
My friend, dude. Fuck off.
This is my bestie.
Yeah, fuck off.
That's
not overreacting.
Not overreacting at all. When I read that title, I was like, wait, what? What? Like, who in their right mind? And what's crazy is, like, he must have experienced something in the past where his girlfriend wanted him to cut off his best friend because obviously he wouldn't have already jumped to this, like, what he felt was a solution in his new relationship.
Let's just say this is my sister, and then it'll fix everything.
Yes, and then, you know, that's what I'm getting from this. I feel like that's maybe, like, a life lesson that he thought was learned, and this is how he was going to...
Yeah, let me start every relationship with a lie now.
Yeah,
smart move.
And then what's crazy is him saying that, or like her saying that Dustin and his family are saying she's way overreacting and need to talk it out. Like, okay, I guess it's hard because it's like, well, I mean, it's not hard us reading it, but for her, it's like she's been in this relationship for 3 years. Yeah. Okay, let's say that there was no other like issues in the relationship, like anything big. This is one big thing, but at the same time, when you like take a step back and reevaluate it, it's like, okay, but they never had, to her knowledge, she doesn't feel that they have like sexual chemistry, whatever.
Even then, I mean, that's a big lie for 3 years, dude. And just like whenever you do step back and you're like, oh well, in this one case, whenever we were gonna go bowl, or they ended up going bowling, like why didn't I go? Like why wasn't I allowed? Even though you canceled our date, like why didn't you just invite me?
Right. I want to know that too. Like, I feel like, yeah, even if, first of all, the whole family comes first thing, like, I understand wanting to, like, needing to make time for both, but, like, why can't your girlfriend hang out with your family?
It's not even his family, dude.
But for those 3 years, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I guess so.
When that was the lie. Like, I think that would have been a red flag for me years ago.
Yeah.
You know? So I don't know. That's pretty interesting. The top comment is no! Exclamation point. Leave him. He prioritized a different girl over you so many times, lied to your face, let her walk all over you, and overall didn't seem to give a fuck about you at all. Leave him for good.
Agreed.
Yeah, there's not too much to talk about on this one. It was, like I said, something light. Another comment was definitely not overreacting. They lied to you for 3 years. Not only that, but in all that time, he obviously never called her out on her shitty behavior towards you in your own home. No woman should ever feel like a third wheel in her own relationship/home, which is exactly what he did, prioritizing her over you every single day. Look at it this way. That one lie has made a complete lie out of everything for your 3-year relationship. And you can no longer trust that anything he said to you was the truth. You don't have to justify your decision to Dustin or his family, just to yourself. You know you deserve better. It's just a shame that they all think you only deserve a liar. Block them all and move on to your happiness. Yeah. Yeah. All right, let's jump into another one. Okay. Woo.
Side note, you think they really went to space?
Nah.
You really think about it, dude. Because I've been thinking about this so much.
Aw.
And it's just like, man, like actual astronauts need like years of training for like the force of going into space.
Right.
And then they just hopped on a...
Wait, are they still there?
No, they were up there for 10 minutes.
Right. But I assume so because you said that she came back down and was kissing the ground or whatever. Yeah, so it's like, bruh, what do you mean? You were there for 10 minutes?
I don't think they went.
Nah. And why would they waste that? Like, feels like a waste of a trip.
It's a waste of like... It was $1 million a minute.
Yeah, what?
$1 million a minute, but...
So we have hungry people on the streets.
Yeah, and like all this other shit and yada yada fucking bullshit. But, you know, it's Bezos. Amazon does well, so fuck it, I guess. But even then, like, $1 million a minute is wild.
Wait, so you said Amazon does well?
Jeff Bezos owns Amazon, so...
Okay, and you know what's interesting about that? Amazon doing the whole, like, electric or, like, manual... What is it? These, like... trucks Amazon are driving, they're like paddling. They're like electric, but like the
Amazon trucks?
Yeah, they're the new ones. What?
They're made by Rivian. It's another electric company.
Yeah, but
they make those like Rivian I don't. You probably seen them on the road. They're like an electric like pickup truck.
Like a pickup truck?
Well, they're made by that manufacturer.
Oh, okay. I was like, it doesn't look like a pickup truck.
No,
Okay, yeah. But that being said, is he not the one that's like implementing that in Amazon, trying to like go green or whatever? So then it's
If
like,
he is, it's a bad look to just shoot a space shuttle and fuck up like
exactly,
ozone layers and
because
this and that.
like now you have those options on Amazon. It's like on my Prime, it's like I can get this on Saturday, or if you wait till Sunday, save the earth, go green. So this next one is going to be from r/bore updates. It was originally posted in r/relationships, and it was, help. I, 26 female, think my boyfriend, 30 male, is exaggerating or faking his illness. Okay. Let's see. Saw someone's post yesterday about navigating life with a partner who was fibromyalgia.
Yeah.
What is that?
Fibromyalgia.
What is that?
I don't know what it is, but Lady Gaga has it.
Oh, what the hell? Okay. And felt inspired to post here. I'm hoping y'all can give me some solid advice. I, 26 female, have been with my boyfriend, 30 male, for a little under 2 years. And this time we've been together. His chronic pain, which isn't connected to any particular / known condition, as he refuses to go to the doctor, has gotten worse and worse. It's reached a point where he's almost incapable of doing chores or house projects. I can see where this is going already.
But he can play his game, no problem.
I bet. Is usually too exhausted / in pain to make or agree to plans, and getting him to do anything outside of the house together is like pulling teeth. His objection always revolves around his pain and fatigue. I've never suffered from chronic pain, and thank God, so I'm not one to judge or accuse someone of making it up, since the pain itself is invisible and my boyfriend looks perfectly healthy, but he's now been unemployed for about 4 months, and I'm starting to question things. I'm starting to feel doubtful for a number of reasons, and the main ones are that: A, he never turns down his friends' invitations to hang out, even when the activity is something physically intense, like kayaking or going hiking or going to a music festival.
But you can't do the dishes.
And B, he's never too tired / in too much pain to have sex. Overall, it's almost made it feel like he's conveniently in an unbearable amount of pain when he has to do something he isn't all that interested in, i.e. chores. And I'm starting to feel hurt that he just doesn't seem to want to hang out with me outside of what we do lazying around the house. I've never accused him of faking or exaggerating his pain, but I have tried to talk to him about doing more fun stuff together. And it always circles back to his pain or him accusing me of trying to keep him from spending time with his friends, which I'm not trying to do by any means. I've done a ton of research into autoimmune disorders and other conditions that could be causing his problem, always bringing my findings and suggestions to him. But he just doesn't believe a doctor or any traditional medication will help him. I'm also Did you want to add anything?
Nah, I did, but just go on.
Okay. I'm also bothered because when we go to family outings or parties that we're both invited to, it's rare, but it does happen. He will talk anyone who will listen's ear off, and how bad his chronic pain is and how frustrating it is to not be able to find a solution. The thing is, he's not actually looking for a solution. He just smokes weed every day. Smoke weed every day.
Dude.
And calls that good enough while lamenting. I don't know. Calls that good enough while lamenting. I need to look this shit up. It's going to bother me. Lamenting. Let's see. Let me turn the... Okay.
Dude, imagine faking like an autoimmune disease just because you don't want to hang out with your lady.
Dude.
Yeah, I can't do nothing. I can't sweep the floor, man. But me and the boys just went rock climbing and felt good.
That was nice.
That's crazy.
Lament.
Yeah, so lamenting.
Okay.
And let's see if I can get the definition. Okay. Mourn a person's loss or death, or express one's deep grief about, express regret or disappointment. Okay, lamenting. Interesting. Okay.
And we're back.
And we're back. Let's see. Where was I? Okay.
Lamenting.
Yeah, lamenting. That's hilarious. He just smokes weed every day and calls that good enough while lamenting and complaining that his body is the way that it is. He also refuses to return to work because of his pain. For additional context, he seems to have really extreme muscle spasms / tightness, particularly in his back. I'm happy to support him through hard times, but the fact that he won't work is getting concerning, and I feel severely stuck. I'm not interested in supporting him financially on a long-standing basis, but at the moment, I particularly am by covering some of his expenses. If this post makes me a total asshole for questioning the degree of my boyfriend's chronic pain, so be it. I just need help and answers. So, here are my questions. Where do I go from here? Do you think it's possible that my boyfriend is using his pain as a crutch? Should I put some kind of ultimatum in place that will get him medical care / attention? Your advice is appreciated. That's it.
Oh, that's it? Is this an Am I the Asshole? Or what is this?
I think this one was am I over? No, it was just posted in relationship advice asking for help.
Okay.
But did you want me to go over her questions again?
No.
Where does she go from here?
Honestly, dip out probably.
No
Like,
ultimatums, no nothing,
no
just
ultimatums
dip.
or no nothing. I mean, like, obviously, you can have like pains and aches that like flare up at different times, like when it gets cold outside and your joints start hurting and you're like, oh, like my fucking knee is killing me today, my ankle is killing me today, my back is so fucking tight, I can't do shit. But then you can like have days where like you feel good, you popped like 4 ibuprofens and you're feeling nice. Mm-hmm. So first and foremost, dude should go to the doctor. He says he has fibromyalgia, which apparently is pretty serious. It's
According to what's that?
Lady Gaga.
According to Lady Gaga.
Yeah, but she's still on stage and killing
Yeah.
it. You know what I mean? But yeah, definitely go to the doctor. I'm sure there's like some kind of solution to something, or at least get a diagnosis. But to just be like, yeah, I got this. I have this like thing that makes me not be able to do house chores. Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
And not only is that absolutely insane.
That's insane, dude.
Yes, but so if he's refusing to go to the doctor, how do you know you have fibromyalgia?
Yeah.
How do you know? How do you know that?
What's that called whenever you make up like things that are wrong with you all the time? Hypochondriac.
When you like read the internet a lot. And
you just go on like a deep dive on like
Yes.
WebMD and you're like, fuck, dude, I have cancer.
Oh my God, I'm gonna die.
Dude, all these things were happening to me.
Yes.
My nails are growing really fast.
Yes. Now that I read that, I think that that's happening to me too. That sounds familiar. So one of the top comments was, even if he does have a chronic illness, he isn't doing anything to get a diagnosis or treatment, and he is willing to push on. I forgot to turn that shit down. And he is willing to push on for things that benefit him and him only. He also developed a drug addiction he has no plans on curbing.
He has a drug addiction?
Okay, he smokes weed. This person's just
God.
kind of reaching. I'm chronically ill. I'm busting my ass trying to find answers and help because living life like this sucks. I do everything in my power to support my partner and care for our home. While sometimes that's not a ton, I always prioritize contributing to my household over kayaking, which even if I could push through to do, would put me down for a week.
Yep.
This man is using and taking advantage of you, disabled or not. He also has dumped this on you without you consenting to be his financial caretaker. You are not married. This is no in sickness and in health here. Leave him.
That's what I'm saying, dude. But first, he should go to the doctor.
Yeah.
Have that just be a thing. Go to the doctor. Figure that shit out.
But so then that.
Watch it not be, and then you can leave. And then you can dip. Like, you have perfect, like...
But so that's why
evidence,
she
like,
asked if she should do an ultimatum. Because the thing is, I'm sure she's asked him already before to go to the doctor. And he's already said he's not going to a doctor. He doesn't believe in that crap.
Yeah.
So that's where the ultimatum comes in. Either I'm leaving you or you're going to the doctor and we're figuring this out.
Yeah.
You know?
Coming from somebody that doesn't go to too many doctors over, like, things.
Yeah.
But that's just one of those things where, like, you kind of do have to go, dude.
Are you thinking about if this was you?
Yeah, I am. Because just me, I'd be like, I just hurt today.
Yeah.
But if you're, like, to the point where, like, you can't move, you got to, like, hobble your ass over to the fucking urgent care.
Yeah.
And get something, dude.
And the thing is it sucks because you genuinely don't like to go to the doctor for things, right?
Yeah.
But this dude genuinely doesn't want to go to the doctor because he's faking that shit. And I know it. Like, I don't know him, but I know it.
Yeah.
Another comment was this right here. It's one thing if he was busting his butt trying to find a solution, but he's doing nothing.
Oh, he doesn't work either. Huh?
No.
Oh, he's chilling.
He's unemployed and not searching for a solution to get him back to work. Is he on unemployment? What are his plans for contributing to the household? Considering his inability to function, do you see yourself continuing a life with him? And what would that look like? It's big questions. Do you want kids? Do you want to travel? Is he an excellent homemaker? Yep. Oh, the next comment was, as someone with chronic pain, even if he wasn't lying, I'd leave him. Chronic pain fucking sucks. I've been there. It's been over 13 years of it, but it kind of just sounds like he slowly made you into his bang maid. Either he's faking it so he doesn't have to work or do any chores, or he has no interest in improving his situation, which isn't sustainable if the person isn't going to pursue medical help or disability benefits. True. Like, get on some disability if it's really like that. Mm-hmm. You know, like...
Or if it happened, especially if it happened, like, at work. Disability, long-term fucking whatever.
Something.
Get your check, buddy.
Somebody under that said, bang maid that covers his bills, no less. Run, OP, run. That person on that says, that's what we call a mommy bang maid. What? Okay, so this one has an update.
Nice.
3 days later.
He went to the doctor.
He has cancer. No.
Oh, shit.
No,
Oh.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. All right.
WebMD was right.
Thank you to everyone who responded to my post and was so compassionate and kind. It was incredible to hear from so many people who actively battle chronic pain/illness and those who have loved ones. I hope to continue deepening my empathy towards anyone who is struggling with an invisible illness. On to my update. Armed with some fresh perspectives and some fresh frustration, LOL, I talked to my boyfriend and told him that he needs to see a doctor or I will no longer be able to support him financially and stand by him while he remains unemployed and unmotivated to get the help he needs. I also addressed the idea of managing/balancing his energy levels differently so that we're able to share household responsibilities more effectively, spend quality time together, and keep him doing the things he loves with his friends. His response was really bad. He told me that if I'm not willing to step up and clean around the house, quotes, verbatim, something I'm already doing, that there's no use living together and that my efforts to clean are the bare minimum and not good enough for his standards anyway. He was,
Bro, you don't work.
You're literally, what are you? Like,
you do nothing.
You do nothing. You do nothing.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You do nothing and you just, oh my God.
He was also really mad that I haven't taken initiative to take care of yard projects and car repairs. He sat there and spouted off a whole list of things I'm not noticing and cleaning. And once again, he was focused on this idea that I don't like his friends / am jealous of them and want him spending less time with them, which isn't true at all. This really stung. He basically brushed over everything I said and focused on my perceived faults. This told me everything I needed to know, and I told him I was leaving. He was just mad, not sad or hurt at all. I'm still crying excessively over his whole reaction. I still don't know how real or unreal his chronic pain is.
Don't cry over this, man.
But no, but I guess it doesn't matter anymore. Thank you again, everyone, for your support and kindness. I'm truly at a loss.
Dude, don't cry over this guy. He literally ain't shit. He ain't shit.
No.
He does nothing. He contributes nothing. He kayaks. Fucking shout out, but that's, I don't know, dude.
Wow. The thing is, like I said before, I already knew he was not going to go to the doctor. This man knows.
He knows he's faking, dude.
And on it knows. She had asked this at one point. You are not the asshole for assuming that.
Fuck no.
Because, I mean, 1 + 1 = 2, baby. Like,
Except in his head, it's like 6.
Yeah. Ugh, God. Please help him, because this is unbelievable. I feel bad for the next person that he traps in the same cycle. And for the next person, I really pray that they see these signs sooner.
Yeah.
Because I'm assuming, she's been dealing with this the entire relationship?
I would assume on like the first date it would come up. Be like,
Yeah.
hey, by the way, before we continue,
I have a chronic illness.
I got fibromyalgia.
Yeah. So there's a comment that says, listen to me. You will wait a week or 2 or 4, but he will try to come back to you. You did everything for him. No one else is doing that for him. While taking on all the financial burdens.
And housework, dude.
Yeah, he's toast. He was absolutely faking it. You don't need to think twice about it. Update us when he comes crawling back, or once his parents are done with him. Good for you. I remember this from the other day, and I was so upset that you did all that for so long. You're going to be much better off in life, and excited for you. So, yeah. The top comment on that one is, "Think fuck she left." What a leech of a man. Yeah.
Man, that sucks.
Yeah.
If you don't feel like doing something one day, just one day, maybe even for a couple hours, be like, dude, like I said, my knee's killing me. Just give me like a minute, and then get up and do it like in an hour. Dude. And that's like worst case. Don't be like, dude, like, I have this disease. I can't do shit ever. Yeah. That's crazy.
Like, and then it sucks because it's not only him disappointing her, it's also him disappointing the entire, like, almost like community of people that like have this same issue, because there are people that out there like that don't really believe people when they say that they're hurting, they're in pain, they're struggling with this, and they really are.
Yeah.
Versus this person, I know he is not. Because, again, like one of those commenters said...
Shit. She has an autoimmune disease in her knee.
Really?
Yeah.
I have an autoimmune disorder, but it's like...
And she be killing it all day over here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Taking care of 3 kids.
3
kids.
House.
And then I get home, I'm like, God, dude, my fucking back is killing me.
Y'all be on the struggle bus.
Dude, I'm saying.
Yeah.
We go through ibuprofen like a
religiously.
Skittles, dude.
Yeah.
But shout out, Destiny. You're killing it, bud.
You're killing it.
And we're back.
Yeah.
All right. So this comes from Am I Overreacting? And the title is, I installed a lockbox for my cheese, and now my roommate says I'm creating division in the house. Am I overreacting?
All right.
All right. So this might sound insane, but hear me out. I, 24 male, live with 2 29 male / 28 female roommates. One of them, 29 male, is fine. The other, 28 female, is a fridge pirate with sticky fingers and zero shame. I don't even think she likes half the stuff she steals. She just eats it because it's there. The final straw was my cheese. My mother brings me cheese from my home country every time she visits. No, I can't buy it here. I had it hidden behind the milk for safekeeping, but I opened the fridge yesterday and it was gone. She said, "Oh, I didn't think it was a big deal. It's just cheese." No, it's not just cheese. That cheese was the only joy I had left this week. So I snapped. I went full chaos. Mm-hmm. I bought a small fridge lockbox. Yup, a plastic safe that goes inside the fridge, combo lock and everything. Put my cheese, my fancy yogurt, my cold brew, and my chocolate in there. Labeled it, "Unauthorized entry will be considered an act of war." Mm-hmm. She saw it and now says I'm creating a diversion in the house and being hostile and passive aggressive. Am I? Or is this what happens when you push a peaceful...
What?
Or is this what happens when you push a peaceful person to the brink over dairy? Because honestly, I'm about 3 bites away from putting air tags in my hummus.
Oh, no.
That's it until the...
Dude.
There is an update on this.
Oh, okay. Hold off on that. First of all, I don't play about my cheese. If anybody
we
knows
learned from
me...
the last episode.
Yes, if anybody knows me, dude, I don't play about my food, but I don't play about my cheese. Especially, I'm a picky girl. I like my cheese.
She wanted her leftovers, and you took it home.
Yeah.
And you ate it.
And you ate it.
You know who you are.
Yeah, and you know what's so funny about that story?
What's up?
I heard that Danae came over here and left her ice cream here.
The dibs?
Yeah, I guess.
I ate one.
So Danae texts Destiny and says, "Hey, I left my ice cream over there, but you can you can go ahead and have it." Destiny goes, "Oh, that's so funny because we already ate it."
You left ice cream in the house with 3 kids.
So when Danae tells me that, I die laughing. And I was like, you know what's so funny about that? I just covered an episode with Destiny about how people don't be playing about their food.
Dude.
Don't eat my food without asking. Granted, she left it here for 3 days before y'all ate it. So, you know, she was out of there for that.
On the topic of, like, dude, taking food and stuff. So, it's not necessarily that this happened to me, but literally, like, 2 days ago. Destiny, I was at work. She texted me, hey, I'm going to take the kids to Chick-fil-A. I was like, cool. She goes, hey, I got you a sandwich for when you get home. I was like, nice. Well, when I got home, I've been sick for like a couple days. There was
no sandwich?
No. So, yes and no.
I'm like, no, there's no sandwich, or no, yes?
I was sick. I wasn't feeling good. So, honestly, I just slept the rest of that day. Mm-hmm. The whole day. And
when you got home?
When I got home, I just wasn't feeling good. I
didn't eat your sandwich?
Throwing up. I didn't even see the sandwich. I went to bed and I just wasn't feeling good. I finally wake up at like 2:30 or so in the morning, and I was like, dude, I'm so hungry. I haven't eaten shit all day. I was like, let me go find the sandwich. So the Chick-fil-A bag honestly was still on the counter. I look in it. The kids' nuggets are in there. There's fries. I see Destiny's salad, and I was like, oh, maybe I'll take a bite of that. I open it up. It's gone. It's empty. I was like, oh, damn, dude, where the fuck is this sandwich? And I was like, I'm just going to go back to bed. So I go back to bed, and I see the sandwich box, the Chick-fil-A box, next to Destiny's bed. I was like, you motherfucker.
Wake up.
You fucking ate it. So I waited till she woke up. I was like, hey, I was looking for that sandwich. Where'd it go? She goes, you didn't see it. I ate it. I was like, yeah, I saw it.
Yeah. No,
but, dude,
I'm so getting on her ass for that too. That's
and she
hilarious.
goes, well, I left it there all day. I was asleep all day.
Yeah. Yeah. That's hilarious.
Anyways, as far as comments on this one.
Wait, pause, because I haven't even gave my thought other than don't fuck with my cheese.
Sure.
So you would think it's not that big of a deal, right? In the sense of if she's doing it maybe rarely, or maybe you take a slice of her cheese or whatever it is, and you're not using her entire pack, or you're not taking the last of what she has. Mm-hmm. But when someone knows they bought something that's theirs and it's in the fridge, especially if you're going to take the last bit of it.
And it's not even that they bought it. It their parents bring it.
Oh, well,
from their home country.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
even
You
worse.
didn't hear that
No,
part,
I
dude?
didn't notice that part.
Yeah. Where the fuck did it go? Oh yeah. The final straw was my cheese. My mother brings me cheese from my home country every time she visits. No, I can't buy it here.
Oh my god.
So it's like special cheese.
So this is deeper than I thought.
Yeah, it's
and
not
it
like
was
you go to
already
Subway.
deep. It was already deep, girl. I
Yeah.
thought this was from HEB.
No, this is from like Uganda.
Yeah. Girl. You would be getting your ass beat.
Dude.
You're lucky you're not getting beat. You are lucky I am coming up with a solution for your ass. That's crazy. That is crazy.
It's crazy, dude.
Oh my gosh.
As funny as the story is, like, dude, go fuck yourself.
Yes. Like, actually, your tires are getting slashed, my guy.
Dude, labeled it unauthorized entry will be considered an act of war is hilarious.
Yes. Yeah. and it's funny, but it's like, I'm serious.
Yeah.
Continue. What were the comments on that?
Comments were kind of like all over the place. One of them says, I want a fridge box now. I don't need one. I just must have one. Make sure to stack it with your favorite foods. This one was from like yesterday.
So nobody really gave their like
no one really gave their
on
takes.
it.
They were
Yeah.
just like, "Where'd you get that?
Yeah.
I want that."
Yeah.
But it does have an update, so I'll just go to the update.
Okay.
Update. Okay, I did not expect this to blow up like this. I'm laughing so hard.
It's so funny how everyone always puts that at the beginning. Like,
Yeah.
come on, bro. We get it.
Yeah. This went so viral, dude.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Appreciate it. I haven't even got the time to read all the comments. Parentheses, there's too many. However, two big takes are, what is the cheese? And the note is aggressive. The cheese is Aserrado cheese. Mm-hmm. It's a Mexican cheese, and yes, if you look it up, you probably can buy it online. But it's not the same. Mm-hmm. The one I like and get is from a small 10,000 habitant town 2 hours away from my hometown. It just has a unique taste and makes sense to me. The note is not aggressive. It's a joke. Like, hey,
Yeah.
I'm locking my food away from you, but we're still cool. However, please stop stealing. I'm not actually
Yeah.
going to go to war, although it would be fun.
Yeah, I didn't like when you read that. I wasn't reading it. Like I said, it was like a funny
it was
thing
like
to say.
Like a fuck
but
you,
it's
dude.
also like a stop stealing my shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was like the
That's
perfect
like
way to handle
a
it.
nice way to do it without like, because you could just like go hard immediately and be like, hey, like fuck off.
Yeah, like
This is
dead
like
ass.
a playfully way to be like, like go fuck yourself. Stop stealing my shit.
Yeah.
So,
And even I feel like even if she did tell this person this, they probably would have still kept like kind of getting her shit, just because like I don't know, it's hard to live with roommates and people see something in the fridge. Maybe she would have started asking, but even then,
if you ask, sure.
yeah,
Like take some of the cheese.
Yeah.
You like the cheese? Take the cheese.
yeah,
You want the hummus? Take the hummus.
yeah,
Like take whatever you want, but just ask.
yeah, yeah,
And if it's my last little bit, then I'm gonna say no.
yeah. But thanks for asking.
Yeah. Appreciate the ask, but absolutely not.
Yeah. Sorry, pal. Next time.
There's a little bit more.
Okay.
Probably doesn't add anything. Anyway, I'm pretty sure we've moved on. She's buying me lunch tomorrow, and I'm not getting rid of my lockbox, nor am I getting a mini fridge in my room. I like the idea of her seeing tasty stuff in my lockbox and not being able to eat it.
So I'm kind of is that it?
That's it.
So I'm kind of confused. Is the lockbox in the
It's
fridge?
in the fridge.
So it's just a regular lockbox. That
It's
she
just a regular
puts
lockbox.
in the fridge.
Yeah.
That's
It's
hilarious.
a fridge lockbox.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
I wonder if it's like transparent. You
Yeah.
can see in it, but you just can't have it.
Oh,
So you're just
God.
like a little rat.
Yeah,
just
you're
trying.
like. There's the hummus.
There's that cheese.
I see
I
it.
want that cheese.
You're like mad because you went to the grocery store and you're like, already looked in the fridge. I see that we have hummus, we have this, we have that. Da 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 da. Get home, go to make your meal, and you're like, we have hummus, but I can't get to it.
What's the code?
What's the code? Where's the key?
You call a locksmith. Yeah, I'm locked out of my fridge.
Yeah, I can't get to the hummus. That's hilarious.
That story was great.
Yeah, I love that. That's honestly golden. Golden girls.
Do you tell these people that you're like reading their stories?
No. But if they happen to come across it one day, lucky them, they got more clout. Stupid ass. No. Usually, so it's funny, but like if you ever listen to like other Reddit stories, is Smosh the only one that you listen to?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I tried to listen to Two Hot Takes.
You can't.
I fucking hate them.
Oh.
I know.
Maybe, okay, who was it that was on her show at the time?
I don't know. I listened to the most recent one that was on like a week ago.
Yeah, see, you might just like, you need to go like to...
It's just the way they talk. I don't know, dude.
Really? I feel like I kind of talk...
You don't talk like that. You talk like you.
Oh.
But I feel like there's like a way that they like force the way they talk. Then again, I've never just heard them like speak like a regular person. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I did listen to about like 5 minutes of it, and I was like, dude,
you can't do the voices.
Can't do it.
Yeah.
But honestly, I kind of can't do Smosh either.
Yeah, Smosh is.
I kind of have to.
Smosh was hard for me to get into.
I kind of have to force myself to get through it, but I do
enjoy it when you're.
I do enjoy it.
Yeah, yeah. It's a weird relationship.
And also, like, I watched Smosh like whenever I was a kid.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember watching them on YouTube?
Yeah, I never did. I wasn't really YouTube. Bruh, this is really sad. The only person I really watched on YouTube was like Cameron Dallas and like Nash Greer.
I don't know who either of those people are.
Yeah.
But like my like, early YouTube days, unfortunately, were like Fred.
Oh, really?
I fucked with Fred whenever I was a kid.
I watched that a little bit, only because of iCarly, though.
God, it was so cringe, but I fucking loved it.
Yeah.
And there was this one channel called Des and Nate. Mm-hmm. And I watched them. There were these two like scene boys, and they would just like talk, and it was fantastic. And then Smosh would do a lot of these like, or they didn't do a lot, but they did like this collab, like 2 music video collabs with this metalcore band called I Set My Friends on Fire.
Uh-huh.
And one of them was called like Sex Ed Rocks, and it was just hilarious. And they would do like epic food battles of history and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And they were great. And now they just do Reddit stories.
Well, it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. But
yeah,
that's why I was like, oh, dude, Smosh. They're doing it.
Yeah.
Let me check them out.
Yeah. So I'm going to give you I guess, choice on this next one.
Okay.
So it's going to be either number 1 being my 38 female sister, 34 female, made up a dead brother to her spouse, 35 male, and in-laws, 60s male and female. I accidentally outed the lie, but why am I the bad guy here? That's the first one.
Okay.
Or this one's not as like insane. It's just, am I the asshole? I permanently stopped being open with my wife. Or the third one is just a double standards story.
The first one seems fun.
You want the first one?
Let's do the first one. The dead brother? Random dead brother?
Yeah. So, like, why would you make up a dead brother?
Sympathy. You're a sympathy chaser.
What the fuck?
You want people to feel bad for you?
That just blows me. Because, like, I guess. All right. So, this one, we have trigger warnings for fabricated statements, possible mental health struggles.
Oh, jeez.
Yes. All right. Usually a lurker, but something happened tonight that has me incredibly confused. Apologies in advance for the length. Backstory. I'm the eldest of 4 sisters. We're stair-stepped, 2 years apart. I'm Meg, 38. Joe is 36. Beth is 34. And Amy is 32. Okay, cool. Our parents used to joke about how they kept trying for a boy, but finally gave up after girl number 4. Not gonna lie, it hurt our feelings a little, especially Amy. But they stopped that and assured us they wouldn't change anything. Every one of us have at least one daughter. I am the only sister that has a son. At 17, he's the eldest grandchild, and I'm fairly certain he's my dad's favorite person in the world. They are best friends. It's adorable. Okay, now that you have the backstory / family history, let's talk about tonight. My son, who is very intelligent and absolutely crushed high school, recently received his acceptance letter to a pretty prestigious university. Full ride. We are incredibly proud. My folks wanted to throw him a little congratulatory party, and tonight worked for all of our schedules, which is no small feat. 4 different families with 11 kids between them. So we all headed to the folks' house for pizza and cake. At one point, Amy brought up that it is Sibling Appreciation Day, and my mom said she wanted all of her girls to say what we appreciate our sisters for. And we go youngest to eldest, with most of the compliments going to me, as I was kind of a second mom to them. I told each of my sisters how much I loved them, along with other things, and then finished my speech off saying something like, and I really appreciate that we didn't have any gross boys stinking up our house. All of us but Beth and her husband laugh. Beth's eyes got really big, and her husband, Chase, looked at me like I was something he scraped off the bottom of his shoe. Suddenly, oh God. Oh. Do you understand what just happened?
Kind of, sort of.
So she says, all of us but Beth and her husband laugh. I'm assuming Beth is the sister that said she had a brother that died.
Oh.
So Beth's eyes got really big.
I
and her
completely
husband,
forgot what the point of the story was as far as like the... Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Beth's eyes got really big, and her husband, Chase, looked at me like I was something he scraped off the bottom of his shoe.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Suddenly, he says, that's pretty fucked up. I said something like, I don't know, Chase. I've smelled you after your workouts. It's pretty bad. And he got even more mad and said, how could you talk about Tyler like that? And Beth starts losing her mind, guys. She's grabbing him by the arm and begging him to hush, saying they need to go home now, etc. So naturally, I'm like, who is Tyler? Well, friends, apparently, Tyler is Beth's twin that died during childbirth. Are you listening?
What the fuck? Yeah, I was listening.
What is that, UPS?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. No biggie.
But Beth's twin that died during childbirth?
Yeah, she said, who's Tyler? Apparently, Tyler's Beth's twin that died during childbirth. And it made our folks and me so depressed that nobody's allowed to speak of him or reference him ever. Beth forbade him from ever mentioning to any family members. After Chase told us this, nobody said a word. It was so damn tense. Finally, I just kind of bluntly said, hi, Mo. I'm not sure why, but Beth lied to you about this. I think you guys should talk about it, but I don't want to hear anything else about this tonight. And we're here to celebrate my son. After that, Beth burst into tears and ran into her old bedroom with Chase, Mom, and Joe following her. So I'm assuming her man, her mom, and one of their sisters.
Yeah.
I don't know who Joe is, so I think one of her sisters. The party never fully recovered, and they took off pretty shortly after that. I stayed behind to help clean so my dad and son could hang some more. While I'm doing the dishes, my mom scolded me pretty harshly about calling Beth a liar. If the baby shoe fits, mother. What? Like, I understand, like, if the shoe fits, but if the baby shoe fits, mother. My dad said I wasn't wrong, but I embarrassed Beth. What the hell was I supposed to do? I was getting chastised over a lie. Absolutely not. Beth also texted me that I fucked her over, and text from Chase's phone told me that I was the actual liar sister, and everyone knows that. Okay. Amy is on my side, which is her other sister. Mm-hmm. But she and Beth always butted heads. Joe claims she's neutral, but she also told me I didn't have to call her out like that. What the hell was I supposed to do? Just take the lashing? And why is everyone acting like me calling out what I consider to be a pretty heavy lie is worse than the lie itself. How do we resolve this situation? I love my sisters so damn much. They are my best friend. But this is so weird and so wrong to put on me. That's it.
I mean, that's weird, dude. At the end of the day, you can drop whoever, even if they're blood.
Damn, he said
can.
drop that sister.
You can. You can drop anybody.
Yeah, but I don't think this is deep enough to drop them.
At least drop them for the time being.
Well, yeah, maybe.
But
I feel like at the end of the day, once you say your piece, it's kind of like, okay, well, like that's that.
Yeah.
Can you really not sit there and like kind of like understand where I was coming from?
Yeah.
Can you not self-reflect? Because like, what are we doing?
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like this sister here, you are so down and so ready to like let your sister seem like an asshole talking like that about your brother as if he never existed. But the problem is he didn't ever exist.
Yeah.
He never existed. So she's not an asshole. You can't sit there and blame her and you're reflecting or deflecting or whatever the fuck so bad. Mm-hmm. Like so bad. No. Top comment here. I can't imagine any other response. I really can't. Were you seriously expected to lie along with her? I think this is shocking. Second commenter. I'm kind of impressed that after all of that, she managed to convince her husband that you were the liar. Of course, if he still believes her, he's dumb as a brick. I think there's proof enough on her birth certificate, as it well states she was a single birth.
Will it say like it was on a birth certificate if there was a twin?
I don't know.
But like one of them deceased.
Died. Oof. Yeah, I think. Maybe not. Yes.
Maybe.
I
Hey
don't know.
Google. I'm just kidding.
Oh shit! I'm ready for it. That's a good question. Let's see. Third one is, this is very weird. I'm confused at why your parents aren't embarrassed by your sister's behavior, especially trying to keep up the lie afterwards and saying you're lying. Is she mentally okay? Does she have a history of lying?
That's a crazy lie though.
Yeah.
And also, as a parent, like you're listening to your like daughter say this, you're not gonna be like, "Come on, dude.
Yeah.
What are you doing?"
The OP replied to that comment and said, "We all lied as kids, but I assumed she grew out of it as an adult. We also all exhibited some attention-seeking behaviors, but again, age-appropriate, especially for the family with 4 kids and 2 parents who worked full-time. My parents are hippies and very much live and let live. Live and let live kind of vibe." Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Well, this feels icky to me. So I'm a little surprised they're not more upset about it. Then again, they never punished us in front of each other, so they could be dealing with it or planning to deal with the situation behind the scenes. Either way, Beth is way too old to be making up dead sibling stories.
Yeah.
Yes.
For sure.
Yes.
You're really seeking attention like that hard.
Badly.
That's
Because
crazy.
there was no reason. Like, there was, like, because sometimes, you know, like, people can, like, make little white lies or whatever, like, in the moment because it might make a story sound better or, like, whatever, but this isn't something that was in the moment. This isn't something that kind of, like, got brought up and you kind of, like, made it into even something more awesome. Like, you just randomly mentioned that.
Spicing up a story is one thing. You can always spice up a story a little bit.
Yeah.
Just throw in a small detail that really wouldn't make or break, but it kind of makes it a little bit better. But
yeah.
Like, I got a dead sibling. Yeah. He died at childbirth.
He was my twin.
Yeah. He is me.
I am him. All right, so we have an update. We got to get through this because we are cutting it close. So it is the next day. Okay. I think we have some answers. The event that occurred last night, I do want to tell everyone who took time to give advice and kind words, thank you. I honestly couldn't read everything, and I was and am exhausted, but I did get an idea of how I wanted to approach everything. Thank you for the advice given. Most posts say it was removed, and I'm unsure why, so hopefully this one will stay. I'll get to the update in a few. I just wanted to answer some facts, comments real quick. 1, this is fake. I wish it was. I really wish my mind worked in a way where I could make things up like this. I lack imagination. 2, your parents named you after Little Woman. This is probably partially to blame for the fake comments. These are just placeholder names I used, as there are 4 sisters in that novel.
She was just watching Little Women.
Yeah. My parents
That's so funny.
My parents are hippies, and I gave us some pretty noticeable names. If I used our real ones, on the off chance any of our friends read this, they'd know immediately this was our family. 3, Beth is continuing to lie, and Chase is believing it, and your mom and Joe threw you under the bus too. Chase, I think he knew I was being truthful. Also, I said the text came from his phone, but I was actually thinking Beth sent it. And as that's not Chase's vibe about Mom and Joe, they didn't throw me under the bus, but I'll go into more detail soon. 4, is it possible my mom had twins and I just forgot or didn't know about the death? Absolutely not. I was at all my sisters' births. I don't remember Joe's, but I do remember Beth and Amy's. And there were no multiples, no deaths, no funerals, no depression. 5, the birth certificate. The birth certificate will prove it. It sure would, yes. But I'm not about to try to strong arm my sister into showing her husband her birth certificate. 6, your sister is mentally ill, also the golden child, and you're the scapegoat. I'm not about to say my sister is sick, but I do think she has some issues, as we all do. There's no golden child and scapegoat in this family. My parents were and are really good about treating us all fairly and equally. 7, you could have / should have been more tactful / pulled her aside / not called her a liar. Had I known that Tyler was my dead brother, I never would have asked who he was. Chase and I tease each other a lot, and I honestly thought he was about to come out with some kind of funny joke, a la these nuts, my lack of tact. I don't know. I think it's pretty lacking in tact to make up a whole dead sibling. And really, facts are facts. She lied, and that's that. The night was about my son, so I squashed the issue and chose to move forward, hoping to end the conversation with as little drama as possible. What was I going to say? Damn. Train of thought left me.
You know, I completely forgot that it was her son's party. Like, congratulations. You got a full ride scholarship. Nice.
Yeah. That's awesome.
And then she wants to storm off and be like, my dead sibling, you brought him up. Get out of here, dude.
You know what's crazy?
What's up?
My train of thought came back. And you know what? Yeah. And you know what? I'm pissed the fuck off. Because why on earth? Oh, no.
What?
I got too excited. I think it left
again?
No.
Dude.
Wait, okay. Tell me what you just said 5 seconds ago.
Shit, I forgot.
Oh, congratulations to her son.
Yeah. And then, you're going to bring him on Judge Sullivan.
That was good.
And then, you swear to God, is what I said last.
Oh, yes.
Hey.
Stop doing that. Had she had known that... Okay, so when I initially read the title of the story, I thought she already knew about the fake dead sibling. And so I thought she outed the fake dead sibling just to be like a jackass.
Oh.
But that's not the case. She didn't know about the fake dead sibling.
Yeah.
So it's like, how can she really be an asshole if, like, you know what I mean? Like, had you told her this and, like, you know, you're like, damn, I made up this lie.
You got to ride with it.
I kind of have to ride with it now. Like, I'm in too deep, you know, and whatever.
And that's one lie, though, that, like, I mean, you can tell your lie all you want. Yeah. But I'm going to go like this. I'm going to nod. Like,
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Don't expect me to ride with your lie.
Yeah.
If she would have known about it.
Yeah.
Prior.
Yeah. I just feel like the sister can't judge her on her reaction based off of something that she had no information on. Now, if she wants to be mad at her for other reasons, had she did know, that, you know, that's a different situation that they can battle, they can be for. But this just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
It just doesn't. So on to the actual update, because
That wasn't the update?
no, that was
that was just her
the
points,
facts.
like-
That was the Q&As.
Gotcha.
Okay.
This lady's got a lot to say.
Yeah, she does. So
Just drop her. Fuck it.
literally just drop her.
Doesn't matter.
After a night of barely sleeping and my blood pressure dangerously high, I called my mom this morning, fully ready to let out an emotional charged what the fuck? Tirade? Okay.
Tyrant? I don't know, dude.
Tirade. This morning,
These
fully
motherfuckers be making up words,
Bro.
guys. I swear to God.
Googling.
They're writing their fucking Reddit story with a thesaurus right next to
Yes,
them, and
it's
it's
not
like,
okay.
dude, just fucking say what you mean.
Yes, bro. Like, what the fuck are we talking about here? Anyways, okay. Let out an emotional speech. I'm just gonna say that about how I feel. They unfairly threw me under the bus and took Beth's side when she objectively did the worst thing. My mom answers the phone apologizing and asks me to just listen. When she and Joe followed Beth and Chase to Beth's room, Mom did tell Chase that Tyler was not real and this is an issue between her and Chase and they should probably leave because she didn't want the evening ruined. She did get on to me, but it was mostly out of sympathy and empathy for Beth, and she recognized it wasn't okay. She apologized for that. She spoke with Chase this morning, and Beth, who is the one who sent the text from Chase's phone, finally came clean early this morning after hours of denying the lie. Something I didn't mention, as I didn't feel it was prevalent to the story, is Beth's oldest daughter, Madison, isn't Chase's biological daughter. He's been around since Madison was 2. Also kind of prevalent is that Chase is a first responder. He loves to be a hero. He's very good at that role. He met Beth doing victims advocacy. And as such, I believe that both view him as
and
advocacy.
She's playing the victim.
Yeah.
Met her doing that.
Yeah. Ironic. And as such, I believe they both view him as saving Beth. This has a long been, okay, I think she means this has been long speculated, but it's not exactly our place to say anything. And we all love Chase. He's an amazing person. And Beth is no dummy. She picked up on Chase's hero complex immediately. It appears that in an effort to make herself look more sympathetic, vulnerable, broken, she lied about having a twin brother that died in childbirth. I guess being in an abusive relationship and having a small child just wasn't enough. She did not have to do that. They've been together 10 years now, and not once did she come clean. To me, that proves a clear pattern of deceit and manipulation. However, I'm not going to speculate on her mental health problems or reasonings for not coming clean. This is for her and her husband to deal with. Neither one of them have called or texted me to apologize, and I'm honestly unsure if they will. Beth is more of a rug sweeping type, while I'm a confront issue head on type. I will not be cutting my sister off for this. I love her, and at the end of the day, I just want her to be happy and healthy. I do hope that this whole issue will cause her to rethink some of her life choices, and maybe she can get some therapy. I think we could all use therapy, to be honest. That's where we are right now. My mom did not offer any information about how Beth and Chase are doing, and I did not ask. It's not my business. I have not heard from Joe, but Amy and I have been texting all morning, and she is being my best good friend right now and providing a lot of support. Hopefully we can all move forward and grow together in the future. Thanks again for the support you all have sent my way. Yep.
You're welcome.
She lied 10 years.
Yeah.
10 years. But yeah, I think she's spot on with the whole, like, Beth's not a dummy. Like, this is definitely why she, like, he has a hero complex. This is definitely why she lied about it. That like makes a lot more sense in my brain.
She's looking for the sympathy, man. Sometimes you need the sympathy vote.
Yeah. Even though she came from an abusive relationship and was a single mom.
Yeah, well, you need a little bit more. You need to lock them down.
Yeah, you need to make sure, like, they're not going anywhere.
You can't leave me because this happened.
Yeah. I had this, you don't know what this will do to me. Yeah.
I didn't tell you about the triplet yet?
You know, I can't even have cats anymore. My cat died.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Yep. I don't know. That one was a little, like, psychotic, raging, but also sad and, like, gloomy.
It was a little bit all over the place, yeah.
Yeah. I feel like for you, I don't know. You didn't seem to enjoy this one as much as I feel I enjoyed it.
You enjoyed it a lot. I got lost. I just felt like I was trying to have to keep track of so many people's names, and I was like, who the fuck is this person?
Yeah.
Then I'd be like, oh, that's that person. And then I would, like, fixate on, like, okay, what did I just learn about that person?
Yeah.
It was just me being, like, dumb.
No, it's not dumb. I understand, because I've definitely heard Reddit stories, people reading them, and, like, me getting confused in the story, and at that point, I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah.
So, whatever. Sometimes, you know, you can move with the rhythm. Sometimes you can't.
And it's a lot easier whenever you're reading it.
Yeah.
And you can, like, keep track.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're like, okay, I remember this person. I know their background.
Yeah.
But that was a good story.
Yeah. At the beginning.
That bitch is crazy a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely insane. She definitely, I guess to give my take, she should definitely go to therapy.
Yeah.
I don't know if her husband's going to be willing to be okay with all of that manipulation and like shit that just went down.
And also, shout out to the mom for like problem solving all of it. She's like, I'm gonna go talk to everybody real quick. Let me just like kind of try to diffuse this.
Yeah.
So that was nice.
She did well.
Yeah.
And then it's kind of crazy because she
the
says,
hippie in her.
Yeah, but she feels that her entire family needs therapy. What is it that all of y'all went through that is so crazy? But like, or I mean, not that you have to go through something crazy to go to therapy, but
Use code BetterHelp.
use code BetterHelp. But like, I mean, her parents seem like, you know, they would have kept she makes that comment about how they didn't ever like, discipline them in front of each other and like stuff like that. They seem like they had pretty good like parenting styles.
Yeah.
So it's like, damn, life just lifed, I guess.
Life lifed.
Life lifed. Yeah. Anyways, okay, so we are already at an hour and a half.
Damn.
Yeah, which fortunately for me, your super awesome editor, podcaster, videoer, light up setter, mic up setter upper, recorder setter upper, all of the stuff that I do.
Full-time
luckily
job
for
shit.
me, plus my loan specialist job at.
No, this is a full-time job, honestly. Editing and doing all this shit.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck,
Oh, yeah. But yeah, lucky for me, I will cut it short for you guys. So it's probably only gonna be an hour 15. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed having Christian on here. I think he was freaking phenomenal. He did a great job.
That was fun, dude.
If you think he should start his own podcast,
Fuck. I want to, but
like the video. I would say comment, but I don't get a lot of commenters.
I wanted to comment, but it's like, it's going to say my name. And I was like, I'm going to be on an episode soon. And it's going to be like, why the fuck is he commenting?
You're literally totally overthinking everything.
I know. I overthink like a motherfucker.
Anyways, so Christian refuses to do a song with me, but
Bye.
Bye. Hey.
This is a solid beat, though.
Right?
I'll be your ad-libs.
All right. He's not going to do a song with me, so let's just...
Hey.
Bye-bye. See y'all later.
Get the fuck out.